lads. We got the good ending. We got the good ending. Like, we got the good ending. We got the dream finals. And I don't want to say I told you so, but what I will say is you guys should probably start calling me Mystic Mick. You guys should probably start calling me Mystic Mick, because if you guys did not see, leave your predictions for the playoff semis. 29th of September on my birthday. Mick's never wrong on his birthday. But Aces, Liberty 3, Aces plus refs. That's a big one. That's a big one. 1. The Lynx 3 to Sun 2. I just knew. Everybody tell me I'm wrong. Not one person agreeing with me. Everyone tell me I'm wrong. Mystic Mick strikes again. And then when we want to look at the WNBA finals, I'll do probably a preview tomorrow when it's not 3:24 in the morning. I think I'm probably going to go to this game. By the way, if there's any companies that want me to just work at the WNBA finals, I'll do it for free. I'll do a whole bunch of stuff for you guys for free. If you can get me in the building for these games, if you can get me in the country, in the building for these games, I will gladly do work for you guys for free. But yeah, so anyway, we are going to be talking about this. We have Bridget Carlton did not have a good game. Shot awfully from 3. And honestly, early on in the game, I thought, geez, the Sun started off well. And then the Lynx just blitzed them down the first. The Lynx blitzed them in the second. And the Sun brought it back. And I was like, no, not the Sun. Not vomit basketball, which is what I've described the way the Sun play as. I do apologize. My laptop's kind of shaking. But I've described what they play as vomit basketball. No vomit basketball. Really beautiful basketball that the Minnesota Lynx play. And by the way, if you're asking me who I'm supporting in the final, I'm supporting whichever team I'm in the home arena for. So I need to see which of games 1, 2, or 3 is going to be financially makes most sense for me to go to. And whichever one is, I go to, I'm up for that team. But realistically, I'm probably up for the Lynx. I think the way they play basketball is the right way. I think they've got less individual talent, but they're a super, super team. I really, really like the Minnesota Lynx. For the Connecticut Sun, Alyssa Thomas showed why she is, at times, a liability. She was horrendous. She was absolutely horrendous. She doesn't look at the basket. And that's the problem with Alyssa Thomas, is the fever where letting the other players get wide open off cuts. But the problem with Alyssa Thomas is she doesn't look at the basket. DeWanna Bonner struggled. Dejanay, like, they forced Dejanay into taking the most shots for the team. In fairness, I don't think she had a terrible game. And then Marina Mabrey was kind of being almost like weren't letting her get anything. For the Lynx, like, look, Nafisa Collier is having one of the best playoffs of all time. And like, I get it. Normal WNBA fans are going to ignore it because they can't just scream point guard. And like, I actually looked through. I didn't realize how bad the Aces fans were. Not even the sorry. I'm not the trolls pretending to be Aces fans were. And be careful what I say. I looked through my message requests. I have about 25 death threats in the last week. I am not even joking. Just from people, like they are Aces fans, but they're the troll variety. The vast majority of them are grand. They just boo Hamby in person. Like they're not quite as bad as that. But yeah, so like she had 4 assists, 27 points, like 11 boards, incredible. Alana Smith just doesn't do anything wrong on the floor. She does nothing wrong on the floor. She's just an all-around good player. And I will say, Kayla McBride in the first half was hitting shots. But Courtney Williams was superb. Like those pull-up mid-range shots that she's able to shoot. Like the way she can play defense on the perimeter. And then you've got like Heidemann and Heinz Allen off the bench. And Xander Lassini didn't score much, but she can play a bit. And like the fact is this team doesn't play Diamond Miller. Diamond Miller is a baller. But this team is good enough, they don't even need to play Diamond Miller anymore. But when it comes down to it, they've got the best player in the world. And I mean that. You replace Fee Collier with Aja Wilson, and the Aces are in game 5, and the Lynx are knocked out by the Sun. I think she does more on the floor. She's not a black hole. She passes, she cuts, she frees up her teammates. She's a switchable defender. She's not as good a shot blocker as Aja Wilson. I'll give her that. That's the only thing I feel like Aja Wilson is better than Fee Collier. She takes more shots. And like Fee's biggest asset isn't even scoring, and she's scoring at a better rate. She scores at a better rate than Aja Wilson, especially in the playoffs when it matters. And like a super performance there by the Minnesota Lynx, and thank God the Connecticut Sun are done. Like, I get it. Marina Mabrey is one of those love to hate her type players, but I'm sorry if, like, let's just say a hypothetical situation, who's somebody that fans just in general don't like. Let's just say, I'm not even going to say Angel Reese. Just trying to think of a player that fans in general are just not a fan of. Heck, Dejanay. If Dejanay acted like Marina Mabrey did on the floor, Dejanay would be killed. Like, I get it. It's kind of, at times it's kind of funny, but like, come on. She is just a wind-up merchant. She is your Pat Bev. And you know what? If they're not on your, you love them if you're on your team. If they're not on your team, you love to see them fail. And that's my thing with Marina Mabrey. A lot of people are like, oh, bring Marina Mabrey on the Fever. Like, why? People are like, oh, she's a playoff riser. Based on what? Like, she's a streaky shooter who doesn't play defense. And is a cheap shot artist. Like, she is Sophie Cunningham without the defense, but who can sometimes light it up for 7 threes in a game. But this is an interesting game, though. The finals is going to be cool. There's going to be a really good finals. It's going to be a really, really good finals. But for me, I'm just happier. More so than happy the Lynx made it through. I'm happy the Sun didn't. I'm happy, like, the Sun versus Aces final would have been puke ball. It would have been puke basketball. But I will say, though, what is the over-under right now? I haven't watched it, of Caitlin Clark being mentioned in the Suns exit interview. What is the over-under on Caitlin Clark being mentioned or being referenced? What are the odds that the entire talk going into the WNBA finals is about Caitlin Clark, when we just saw Caitlin Clark is just chilling, playing golf, driving around, drinking juice with Lexi Hall? She just doesn't care. I can guarantee you, someone who probably is not even thinking about basketball right now is going to be the conversation. What are the odds of that? Anyway, I will see you guys. I'm going to record one more video. I don't know what it's going to be on, but then it's going to be the finals preview. See you.